The federal anti-kickback statute, referred to as the AKS, makes it a crime to pay remuneration to induce a referral of a federal healthcare program patient. Many of you are familiar with the safe harbors, the exceptions for physician employment agreements and for personal services contracts. But many mistakenly believe that simply following the recipe set out in those safe harbors is sufficient. But it's not. From time to time, the Office of Inspector General of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, referred to as the OIG, that's the agency charged with enforcing the AKS, issues fraud alerts to warn providers of commonly seen compliance lapses. They issued a fraud alert which aims directly at physician compensation arrangements. The fraud alert grew out of a spate of OIG settlements with physicians concerning alleged illegal compensation arrangements, including medical directorships. The OIG reminds in the fraud alert that compensation must be at fair market value for bona fide services that the physician actually provides. The arrangement can't take into account the volume or value of referrals. The OIG also restated its long-held position that an otherwise legitimate compensation arrangement may violate the AKS if even one purpose is to violate the AKS. That is, to compensate for past or future referrals. In other words, fitting completely into the safe harbor might not be sufficient to protect you. The OIG also mentioned a less obvious but very common violation. The instance in which the referral recipient or an affiliate pays expenses which are actually those of the referring physician or medical group. The cited example was the payment for the physician's front office staff. Relief from overhead is equivalent to a payment of like amount. So be extremely careful when entering into any physician compensation arrangement, whether you're the payer or the recipient. Penalties for violation of the AKS include jail time, criminal fines, civil monetary penalties, and debarment from participation in federally funded healthcare programs. What passes as common knowledge in this area doesn't come close to comprehending the complexity of AKS compliance.